What's up, gurus? It's your boy Pablo, wishing each and every single one of you amazing gurus a happy Sunday. Today's video is going to be an awesome one. I'm going to be reading you some beautiful poetry from a book that I magically discovered. But before I dive into that, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of you amazing gurus who are already following us. But if you're not already following us, be sure to do that at Ask a Guru app on Instagram and on X. And also be sure to subscribe here at Ask a Guru TV. But most importantly, download the Ask a Guru app or sign up at askaguru.com to share your favorite music, movies, books, and TV shows. And I guarantee you'll get the most amazing recommendations right back because we've got the best algorithm in the world, and that is you gurus. So with that, I want to tell you about this book and how I discovered it. But first, I'm going to read you some poetry in this book. This poem is a haiku from one of the greatest poets from Japan. His name's Issa. He's known as one of the 4 greatest haiku poets in Japan's history. And this poem is a lovely one. I'm going to read it for you, and then afterwards I'm going to tell you about this book and the awesome story of how I found this book. And so this poem by Issa goes. The man pulling radishes pointed the way with a radish. And I want to let that sink in. In fact, I'll read it again. The man pulling radishes pointed the way with a radish. Gurus, what I felt that haiku meant, and poetry is always up for interpretation, but from what I felt that meant is that somebody doing a job, no matter how humble, can help in a profound way. And so I just felt like whatever the message of this poem is, whatever you're doing, you can be helpful. And that often the most humble people are showing us the right way and doing that via their craft somehow. And so I thought it was such a lovely poem. And this book, or rather this poem, is actually found in a book called The Enlightened Heart, which is a compilation of very beautiful poetry. And this is actually a series, a book series. The other one is The Enlightened Mind. And these are really beautiful compilations that I'm so glad exist. And the funny story actually about how I found this book was I was on a Greyhound bus going up north to San Francisco, and we had a stop. And at one of the stops, I just saw a book sitting there, and this is the middle of the night. Must have been 2 a.m. And I see this book right on this counter, and I was so curious. I'm like, it's the middle of the night, and here's this book. And there's nobody here. And so I picked it up and I read the cover. And then I flipped through the pages, and it spoke to me. I believe this book found me where I was in my life. It was almost like the universe was giving me this book and saying, I want you to possess this. I want you to read it. And I want you to glean anything, whatever you can from it. And here I am sharing it with you guys. And so it was one of those stories, one of those moments I'll never forget, when you just feel like the universe is mindful of you. And so I really love that poem. I hope that you enjoyed it, and you can look forward to more awesome stuff coming your way. And if you know any books, any great poems, any great poets, be sure to share them on Ask a Guru. We've got a book section. You will receive the most amazing recommendations right back, and I can't wait to see what you share. Remember to like this video, subscribe here at Ask a Guru TV, and also follow us on Instagram and X at Ask a Guru app. I love you, gurus. Have a great rest of the evening.